Laugh out loud, love a lot, and shop for what makes you happy.
Hey guys, Mandy here with section 2 of our Simple Decorating Book Club. If this is your first time, welcome, and I hope you subscribe. Be sure to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on the future book club videos. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and let's get started. So section 2 is called Memorable Mood, and this section covers tips 8 to 14. So tip number 8 says draw inspiration from your favorite places. And I don't really know what my favorite places are as far as like ambiance goes. My favorite places have more to do with the people who are there, like my grandmother's house and my mom and dad's house. More to do with the people who are there than necessarily the ambiance that goes along with it. Tip number 9 says set the mood for your senses. And she goes through the 5 different senses. The first sense is sight. And for me, I love clear surfaces and closed storage. I always have, even when I was like a teenager, I remember like my dresser drawers would be a disaster, but they would always be closed because that was peaceful to me. My sister, who I shared a room with, however, always left her drawers open and I would always push them closed. And then she also talks about the wall colors flowing from room to room. Did you hear that? That was a really loud car. For me, I want to paint one of the walls in my kitchen the same color as my living room, and then the rest of the walls the same color as this room, which is the glam cave, because these are 2 of the rooms that kind of come off of the kitchen. The second sense is touch, and I love soft, fuzzy textures and silky textures. But I'm learning that those textures are more noticeable and appreciated when they are paired with something in a more natural, like rougher type of texture. The third sense is smell, which, speaking of, the cat just pooped in here and it smells awful. But for me, I have a Scentsy warmer, which is a wax warmer, and I really enjoy like keeping that burning, I guess you could say. It's not a candle, so it doesn't actually burn, but I really enjoy using that. It really does make a big difference to come home and have that smell hit you, and it's just so like, oh yes, I'm here, I'm home. The fourth sense is sound, and we are not music all the time, people, especially with the kids the age they are. I have a 5-year-old and a 4-year-old and a baby on the way. And it's just too much noise clutter to try to also have music playing. I do, however, have a Pandora station for our quiet time. I get 1 hour of quiet time, quiet-ish time, in the afternoon, and we play our quiet music, which has like natural sounds and just really relaxing music. So I do enjoy that. And the fifth sense is taste. And we are not big foodies. We're not food snobs or anything. But I do enjoy how organized our pantry in the bathroom is and how organized our cabinets are and our refrigerator is. And I will post a link to the video I did on our refrigerator organization. I'll post that down below. Tip number 8 is discover 8 ways to a happy home. And the first way is to fall in love with one corner. And it's so true. The last time I redecorated my house, or focused on redecorating my house, I did this with our reading nook in the living room. And it was just really nice to have a space that I could come down to in the morning before the kids were awake and relax and read and pray and have my morning coffee. So I definitely suggest this one. And I still find this principle helpful, like when the whole house has fallen apart, just to have one little corner in each room where you start your cleanup process. It totally motivates you to keep going. Tip number 2. Go back to routines. Also very true. When the house is just out of control, I find it reassuring to go back to my cleaning schedule and know that I can just chip away at, one small task at a time. I did do a cleaning schedule video, which I can link below too. Tip number 3 is let home be the centerpiece of your joy. Honestly, guys, I have no idea what that means. Way number 4 to a happy home is to reset the day. And I think stepping away from a project, no matter what the project is, can be really helpful, whether it's a project for your home or for work or whatever. Just kind of getting out of that situation and then coming back to it with fresh eyes is a huge help. And it makes me think of my kids too, like when we've been stuck in one room all day for like 3 days straight or whatever. Sometimes a simple change of scenery can instantly change their attitudes, and I think it's applicable for grown-ups too. Way number 5 to a happy home is dream. And she talks about if money weren't an issue. And for me, if money weren't an issue, there's not a whole lot I would do inside. Maybe new flooring and windows. But there's a lot that I would invest in outside of the house for outdoor entertaining and that sort of thing. Way number 6 is count those blessings. And Melissa mentioned this in her other book, Love the Home You Have, which I will link my review of that book down below. And it was a huge help to me this last time that I redecorated. After counting the blessings of living in this house, like I can't even imagine moving at this point. I love my quirky little home. Way number 7 to a happy home, she says to treat yourself. And I just recently bought a jewelry organizer that's also a full-length mirror. And it was around $100, which is a little bit pricier, but not like break the bank pricier. But it really did inspire me to completely redecorate this room and reorganize this room. Way number 8 to a happy home, she says, share your home. And for me, inviting people over is incredibly motivating. In fact, the last time that I redecorated, I needed to paint the living room, and my cousin was coming in from out of town, and it's not like she would have cared, but I was really tired of the color that was in my living room. And I just found that, you know, setting that goal for myself, okay, I want this room repainted by the time she gets here. It was so motivating. And even just having people over keeps me motivated to keep on top of the house and have things picked up and whatever. Okay, on to tip number 11. She says, take your cues from the seasons. And I love to change my decor with the seasons, and I love to change the scent of my candles or wax warmer with the seasons. Spring and summer usually get a lot of pink and flowers. Fall gets a spicier scent and a lot of orange and such because of the leaves and the pumpkins and everything. And then Christmas tends to get like either woodsy scents like spruce or more like Christmassy scents like cranberry, peppermint, that sort of thing. But for January and February, I actually find that I just really enjoy clearing out all of the decor. I love being surrounded by Christmas decorations at Christmas time, but then after Christmas is over, it's nice just to kind of clear out the space. Except, of course, for the fuzzy blankets and pillows, because I mean, it's still wintertime. Tip number 12, she says, inspire the atmosphere you want. And for me, knowing that I want a refreshing, calming type of atmosphere really helps me to understand why I enjoy clear surfaces, closed storage, light, cool colors, and lots of sunshine. And some of the words from her book that resonate with me are restful colors, soft edges, organic elements, subtle patterns, less contrast, clear surfaces, water features. Ugh, I would love to have a water feature, except that I have kids and also cats. Tip number 13 is lighten up, and it's all about light fixtures. And honestly, light fixtures are not at the top of my priority list right now. And then tip number 14, which is the last tip in this section, is listen to your home. And I feel like I have finally started to listen to my home. It's so much better now than when I decorated it the first time, right after we got married, or actually right before we got married, but it feels really good to know that I've improved it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you join me next week for next week's video. Also, I will link the other 2 videos that I've done so far for this series down below in case you missed them, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!